Welcome, Internet, to the Play Some Video Games podcast, also known as the PSVG cast. I'm Elaine. We return once again for video games and general nonsense. More nonsense than video games, I think, is where we've arrived at the mix, right, gentlemen?
Pretty much, yeah. That's our demographic. That's how we win.
This is how we identify. We identify as nonsense in the human embodiment.
This is our sliver of the video game podcast space.
I don't know how I feel about the use of the word sliver in that sense. It felt bad.
Slice?
That sounds like pizza. Ooh, pizza. Now I want pizza.
Sliver.
I don't know. It's just one of those words. It's like, do you? Maybe I don't.
Like
Dev, really? Are we like moist?
It's not moist. Nope.
But moist is
so
great.
Wait,
I love the word.
I
moist.
like the word moist. Yes, I like the word
damp.
moist.
I've never.
Damp is one that Delvin. Of course, Florida man would be like damp, right?
Because exactly.
All right.
It's always damp and moist in Florida. No, it's dank in Florida. It's not even damp. It's dank.
It's stank in Florida, actually. If you want to get specific. So Dev is here, Delvin is here, Donnie is here. So wait, I have to know. Do you guys have like one word that like makes you go, ugh? Like some people it's moist. Do you guys have a word like that?
No.
Nobody has a word like that.
I do, but I'm not saying it on this podcast.
Why wouldn't you say it on this podcast?
No, because it's not appropriate. But it's one word. Every time I hear it, I'm like, ugh, please don't say that. That's like just gross.
Wow. Now I want to know what the word is.
Yeah, no,
you're going to have to message it to me offline because now I have to know. Like if it makes you uncomfortable,
that's
then
great for the listener.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm sure that if I
see it,
I'm going to tweet it.
Say it.
I'm going to tweet it.
No. Don't
It'll become Play Some Video Games meta.
Yeah, it'll be the title of the episode if you send it to us in time and it's not super inappropriate.
Blank.
The one about.
Yep.
No, I don't think I don't
do you not
think I
have one
that
word?
No.
Moist does not upset me. So
I'm super
damp.
I'm like super squeamish.
Like about like noises or like what?
No,
I have questions.
But like I don't know, like mouth stuff or like if like
mouth stuff?
Yeah, so you have like borderline misophonia then, like mouth noises.
Yeah,
gross you out.
Like dude, like if the animals, like if the dog poops in the house or something or throws up, like a throw up sound, I can't do that.
Oh, okay. So
that's a no.
Okay.
If I hear somebody like getting close, I'll be like, I gotta go.
This is good for me to know. Hey, yo, Dev, I'm gonna need a soundboard. Okay, I'm gonna need.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna need a soundboard.
Our ER director over at Emory Hospital, he loves that about me. And every time we have a meeting or something, he's like, "So, Donnie, this weekend, I volunteered down at Grady, and I was elbow deep in this person's intestine." I'm like, "What?" Like he does that to me all the time.
Elbow deep, you in there in someone's
so
intestine.
gross.
That's you're in there.
Which is funny because I like horror movies and I actually like gore, kill scenes and stuff. But I don't know. Like when it's off the screen, it bothers me. Anybody else get that double?
I did.
I heard it for a second.
What was that?
I don't know.
It's the Ghost in the Machine.
Ooh.
Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. Ghost.
Okay. But yeah, no, like when it's off the screen, it bothers me. I don't know.
So real life stuff, but like you can disconnect it when you watch a horror movie. That's really interesting because that's
why they don't scare me. Because I'm like, they're all like, it's all a game. Like it's a movie.
Do you want to play
none of
game?
that stuff scares me at all.
I get nervous. I'm a big baby girl.
You should hear. I honestly, my wife tells me all the time. She's like, I'd love to record like, a TikTok of me or something. Like, you take me to see a Chucky movie, and I am laughing from like start to finish.
We have to discuss.
Funniest thing I've ever seen.
Like a psychopath.
I have a cousin who's the same way. She loves scary stuff, and she's laughing in movies. And people look at her like she's crazy.
So I went
like the
to.
Purge.
Oh, the Purge!
My ass off.
So I went to a haunted.
I just shake my head.
You shake your head? I'm like, no. I went to a haunted attraction, like it was the Penhurst Asylum thing, with the girlfriend around Halloween, and we're walking through this thing, and I'm terrified because I'm a big baby, right? And people would jump out and scare her, and she would scream, and then she would giggle, and then she would thank them. Like that is the response. And
she
just thank you. And then she would go on to the next one. And I'm like, what is happening here?
Hilarious.
It was really funny. It was like adorable. The giggle was like a joyous little kid ass giggle too. And I'm like, I might cry. So I'm glad I was like behind her in fear, and she's just giggling her way through all the horrors, and I'm like, I hate this. I hate this so much.
That is awesome.
Worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was adorable. So I can't. Yeah, so apparently Donnie, she's just like you. I don't know what to do with this. But I did make her watch Hill House, and we got through like the 5th episode, and she could not sleep because she was too creeped out. So
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's the stuff that always astonishes me. Like with my kids, they like the Chucky doll. I'm like, you realize it's just the toy. Like that's just the movie. It's a drama. Like some dude wrote it.
that's what everybody says in the movies, and then they end up dead.
I wish I could see Chucky because I would kick the shit out of that doll.
You definitely would not. You would never ever harm a Chucky doll.
I would kick the shit.
That's my pride and possession. Like I seriously, legit.
No. I mean, like
going to be
in the
buried.
actual
No, he
movie.
means if it was a real murderer.
I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm kicking.
I got you.
Doll. He's
Yeah.
getting.
I thought you meant like Dev comes over to my house and he's going to disgrace my doll.
He's not going to
I
drop
wouldn't
kick
do
your.
that.
He picks it up. He walks it out to your backyard. He drop kicks it over the neighbor's yard.
I've told
I can see
Melissa,
Dev.
and I seriously meant it. I want to be buried with him because I think that'd be the best. Funeral
That's
ever.
fucking creepy.
Isn't it
Yes.
awesome? You come
Right?
to pay your last respects, and there's
I mean,
Chucky.
that's photo worthy. I'm taking a
Right?
picture of that. That's
Yeah,
that's
no,
amazing.
I demand that you're buried with the thumbs up, pointing
good
at the
stuff,
like
man.
finger guns at the doll.
Chucky,
You
like,
gotta do
Chucky
some dumb
waves.
white people ass shit for that. Like you gotta be like, hey, and the doll's just there, like, what's up? You gotta do that.
Good stuff.
That's
Good stuff.
I hate it.
My buddy.
I don't know how to
Really?
respond to any of this shit.
You're not. you're for the listeners later. His display name is Kramer, except not racist. So I don't even think he gets to talk today. He's wearing a Seinfeld shirt.
So is that like season 1?
Never. He was never not racist. He was always a racist ass. Like,
It's levels, Jerry. Levels.
Seinfeld's
oh
one of my
wow.
favorite shows, too.
I like Seinfeld. I do.
I love
I love
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
But that dude is
Way
racist as
better
hell.
than Friends.
Way better than
We're
Friends.
not,
better than
we're not
Friends.
It's
doing
so
this
way
tonight.
better than
So
It's
much
a better
better than
show.
Friends.
I
Like,
love
it's not
Friends, and
even
it's a better show.
close.
Yes, it's a better show. I think it holds up better now too.
Oh boy,
Yes.
Friends
I
is
think it
hard to
holds-
go back to.
I still laugh, but I think I just know all the jokes already, and
It's
I'm
like
just
Boy
like,
Meets World. It's just a little.
oh,
cringy.
don't go back to Boy Meets World. It's like, oh, you're a stalker. That
Wha-
makes
wha-
me uncomfortable.
It's just whiny.
He's whiny
It's
and kind
so
of creepy.
whiny and
It's
just,
whiny.
It's like bad wrestling.
Yeah.
Is what Boy Meets World is. It's bad wrestling programming.
It's the same person. They grew up and started writing wrestling programming. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't look
You're not
directly
wrong.
at it. All right, look, chuckleheads. Has anybody played like video games?
Yeah.
Like, so like let's get Forza talk out of the way here because Forza
Okay.
came out and I have been playing Forza. Dev, you've been dipping into it on the PC, on the personal computer.
Personal computer
On the personal computer. Donnie, you've been playing it
Via
probably
Game
on the
Pass?
Xbox. Via Game Pass.
for $1.
Viva-
Looky there.
Oh, you
What are you
signed
playing
up for
on,
Game
Dev?
Pass.
PC.
On? Through which
PC.
program? What do you subscribe
PC.
to?
Xbox PC.
Game Pass for PC. Love to see it.
No, it's Ultimate. It's Ultimate because it was $1.
Oh, is this your first time ever signing up for Game Pass?
No, it was just
How
on
did
sale
you get
for
it?
$1.
How did you get it for $1? Who
Because
did
they're
you?
running a sale. It's normally like even when I signed in, it was like it's 13, but right now it's on sale for this month, so I was just able to
Okay.
subscribe for $1.
So you got $1, so you
Oh,
can play Forza for $1. That's worth it. So
I was hoping to play it for free, but because I have a 2-month code that I'm probably just gonna give out to a listener.
Oh,
because I
baby.
can't use it because it's only for new subscribers.
yes, they're all like that. I booted up Forza for the first time today, finally, and played that dumbass intro where they're just dropping
intro
cars
is
out
so
of an
good.
airplane. It's so good. It's so stupid. Like just yeeting cars out into the world. It's just
Yes.
it's drop it like it's hot as a title card for the first area, for the volcano area, I think, is really stupid, and I was incredibly here for it. It's very good. I love Forza Horizon 5, right? I'm having a blast. I haven't played enough of it yet to like rank it in the other 5 games. Can we talk about how they need to get their character creator options in check? Because what the hell is that shit?
I
What
saw
is-
Dev post his message. So you agree with Dev?
I do. I think it's bad. Like it's 2021. I appreciate that they put the prosthetic options in there. That's cool. But like they do the same thing.
Can I
they
get
always
my
do.
hair? Like we're
Right,
getting
like,
prosthetics, but can I get like
cornrows
my hair?
or whatever your braids or whatever you
Anything.
want? Yeah. Yeah, the
I just get a
options
flat
for
top.
the options for anybody who's not white as hell, and even for white women, is not great.
There's not a ton of white people. There's a lot of in between those two.
That's a skin shade thing, but there aren't a lot of
we're
hair
talking about-
options.
I'm
I'm just
the hair
saying,
option.
like in the
Hair
options, there's a
options.
lot of. Well, and that honestly, I saw Dev's comment, and since we can talk about it, I didn't want to respond to the thing because I really didn't. I really could care less about the character.
I mean, I know
altogether.
but you're.
I hate seeing the cutscenes. I hate that they try to put them in. I hate that there's a story. Like, it's just cars.
Oh, I like the story.
Just put me in the damn car.
I like the story.
No.
I think it's stupid. I love stupid.
Yeah,
I love dumb
I like
shit.
the story as well.
I think it's
and that's
dumb.
the thing. Like, if you're gonna add that and you're gonna add the character creator and customizer and stuff, can we at least do it well, or
I
just
agree.
don't do it?
No, that I can agree with. I mean,
Like-
it's pretty limited, but I don't want to defend it. Like, I don't want it to come off like I'm just trying to defend it. You guys are right. There could be more options, but there's a lot of other games that have a similar
That's
option.
the point.
That's
There's
the
a lot of
problem.
other games that have done so much better in 2021. And what they could have done if they didn't want to go all the way in is just make us this is the female character, this is her name, this is
It's
the male
pretty
character,
general.
this is her
It's
name.
just pretty basic.
It's just
Or
sucks.
do it like a Nintendo Me.
Let me
that
fiddle
I
with
would
them.
prefer, actually.
Or
We'd have more
avatar
fun
it.
with that.
Yeah, I think so
Or
too.
just put like a person in a jumpsuit with a helmet. You don't even see it. It's just driver.
That's what I'm
A.
saying. That's fine.
You know, it's like, who cares?
Pick
Like,
your gender.
honestly, I'm definitely for sure. Like, I wish I could skip the cutscenes so bad. Like, I'm
Whatever
sitting
the
there and they're
default is.
walking me through. I'm like,
Yeah.
who cares?
I
Move on.
like some of it because it's so stupid and yuppie nonsense, like it's rich people
Mm-hmm.
yuppie nonsense, and I'm kind of here for that dumbness. But I don't know, stuff like the character creator, like when you can go so far as to put prosthetics and you can let people select pronouns, but you can't give more hairstyle options. It's like you're like floating this weird middle that like commit.
Yeah.
Commit.
And why are they all British? Like,
I don't understand that either.
I don't
What-
understand.
why-
They were in Mexico. Where's the Hispanic accent or something? What the heck?
I selected
The accents are bad. There's only
the
two of them.
accents are bad,
Yeah.
and there are two.
I'm
So that's
confused.
I selected a female character with the she, her pronouns, and then I got to the voice select screen and it had voice 1, voice 2, and I selected voice 1. And I was like, okay, it was the male voice on my female character, which is fine, and that's cool. You can do that, but I was like, we can't even get 2 different female voices? Really?
Personally, I just
Really?
feel like I need to say it. And maybe this is the problem. Maybe I'm part of the problem.
You probably are.
I feel like we're giving this way too much. Like, this is such a little part of the game.
It is, but like we're
But it's
still
your
here.
first introduction into it. That's the
You're
thing.
in
It's
there
like it
early.
kinda sits with you, and you can't skip
Yeah.
it. Like you have to
Oh,
go.
God,
through it.
Correct.
Yeah, I know.
You can't
That-
do a
that's the
pre-made,
part.
and it's almost exactly the same as Horizon 4, and
That's
that's
true.
where I'm like, come on, dude, this is a new video game. Give me more. You know, you tout all these environments. You can give me 4K everything at 60 frames, and you can't give me some extra hair options for real though. Come on. And I love this game. I'm having a blast.
I'm more excited to talk about the rest of the game.
The game is great. I'm having
I'm
fun. There's not
enjoying
much,
it quite a bit. I haven't stopped playing it really since it came out.
but
Been playing it early. There is an interesting but coming because I'm not exactly sure. I haven't played it enough, and I haven't taken down notes to really wrap my thoughts around it. As much as I hate it, because I've hated when Kevin has said this for years, it does feel like more Horizon,
Sure.
which is what it is, right? I wasn't expecting it something new. It just feels like a well polished, perfect version of Horizon. You know, it's just like all the vibes of 3, all the content and performance of 4, like just kind of rolled up. This is just kind of like expert level Forza Horizon, which is great.
when you get to a 5th game in a series, that's what happens.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? That's what
right.
starts to happen. And like, I'm not saying that that's necessarily like I'm not saying they shouldn't maybe shake it up and refresh it, but like, that's kind of where we land when we hit version 5.0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
it's
God.
really, really, really good.
Wow.
Okay, Sean is booing Donnie on this. I think Donnie's right here. That's not to say this isn't super, super fun to play.
Super addictive. I mean,
It's
all the
addictive,
things that I
yeah.
love about Forza are right here, and it's the best version of it. You know, so like I'm definitely enjoying it. I don't know. I'm not as captivated by it, I guess. Having played the other 2 as much as I have, it doesn't mean it's bad. I'm not saying that at all. I'm like, please don't think this is a
Yeah,
bad review.
it's-
This is a great game. It just, you know, like it is just kind of, we're doing a lot of the same things we did before. It's in a new venue. It's a new vibe. Again, I don't want to sound like I'm bringing my negatives to the forefront because I really like the game. The music is not hitting for me
Oh, I like
in
the
a
music.
way that the others have.
I like
the
the music
rock
a lot.
station, but I've
No.
already heard like the Foo Fighters song like 20 times.
No.
You know?
There is only I was telling a couple people this. There's only one station for me in Forza Horizon 4 or 5. It's the the bass arena one
okay.
because it's a music festival, and in my head that's an EDM, like
Yeah.
that's an electronica
I
thing.
like the bass channel.
There's one.
I was
There's
all
only
into
one.
Pulse on 3. Like I
Pulse
have
is
the Pulse
good, too.
playlist on my YouTube player, and I liked Pulse in 4, but not as much. And like I really kind of don't like the Pulse station in this one at all.
I skipped right past it to
Yeah.
the bass arena
I don't
one.
even know there were radio stations.
Yeah.
You can flick right on the D-pad to flip through them,
But
or shut
let's
them
talk
off.
about what's good. And what's good is you can still do all the Horizon stuff you do. Like, here's the thing. I like open world map game. You know, for all the crap that they've get for the last year, like I've just really centered on how much I love these games. I cannot wait to play Grand Theft Auto tomorrow. I'm going to be playing Far Cry and Forza for the rest of the month, if not next month too, because I just love these games. I'm driving around. I hit a speed trap. It pops up and it's like Sean Capri was 6 miles faster.
I like that stuff.
And I was like, oh no, the hell, he's not.
Turn
and
around,
I've been going for,
Yeah.
and I've been replacing Sean Capri's name on every single leaderboard that I can possibly find.
You monster. I love it.
Forza Horizon 5 is inundated with activities. The map is ridiculous with there's stuff everywhere. I have literally had to filter out the stuff that I no longer want to see on the map. The things that I'm not as interested in doing at that time, I've had to go in and turn them off because it's just everywhere. Everywhere you look left and right, there's always something to do. And as you unlock the festivals, and I like the way that they let you kind of pick and choose like what you unlock in which order. It's neat. But as I unlocked them all, I was just like, God, this map.
It's big.
Icons everywhere.
It's
It
big.
is just insane. So I've been working on my boards and I've been working on my speed traps and my jumps because those are the things that I enjoy doing most. I turned all the races off except like the event races, but I'm still doing them just basically as I come across them in the world. I'm not going to them and actually doing them. And I've started working my barn finds too, but I'm over.
I like that.
I just passed Randolph Thor with boards taken. I think I'm at like 160. And that was like
bananas.
2 days ago. And I know that one of the folks over in Sean's, like, he's been right on my tail, so I'm sure he's passed me by now. But yeah, so I've been trying to do those. But
taken.
They're
the boards that you
Where's
smash.
that?
the smash billboard, like
There are these
Burnout
boards in
style.
the world. They're XP
Yeah.
boards. There's fast travel boards. And here's the thing that I like about this is the thing that I love about Horizon just in general. The boards, I always bring this up how I just smash signs in Forza and how it's a great game on its own. I think people think, and sometimes it is, but I think people think it's just like a board on the side of the road and you just run by and hit it. And
You have to
sometimes
find
it is.
them.
But that's the thing. It's a lot like in the way that the game is designed. It's almost like a lot like the shrines in Breath of the Wild or like the bunkers in Far Cry. Like a lot of these boards are little mini puzzles that you have to figure out how to get to.
They're hidden.
Like I smashed a board that was on top of an electrical wire post and like one that was on the 5th story of a hotel room. And you've got to figure out what car and which to get, how to get up there. I was seriously spend an hour in Horizon just trying to figure like, how do I get the board on top of that roof? You know, and I'll just sit there and do that the whole time. Everybody else is tuning cars and racing and trying to get all the speed that they can. And I'm literally just sitting there like, how do I get up there?
I will do that once or twice and then just keep moving because my brain will be like, there'll be another one. And I just like my favorite thing about these games is driving the world. Like I like doing the races as I come across them too, but I love doing you've unlocked X number of roads and like winding through all the back roads and the trails. Like this game, I don't want to downplay. This game is one of the most beautiful things I've seen running at this speed. Like you boot into this game and it gives you these scenes of scenery from the area and you're dropping into that experience. And it is startling how good this thing looks when you first boot it up. That intro sequence, it's ridiculous. I'm super here for it. But like they take you in that intro through the sort of some of the different biomes and it's mind-blowingly beautiful. And I have it set to quality right now, but I might kick it over to the frames. We're gonna see how I feel.
If you can check it out on PC,
it can run it.
buddy,
Yeah, it can
I
run
get
spicy.
The best of both.
Yeah,
I've been
Glorious.
I played the game
beautiful.
for the first hour on performance mode. And then I switched over to quality because I was interested in what Digital Foundry was doing. And honestly, the first time I did it, I smashed into a gate. And when I saw the debris like clipping off to the side, like how it does, I saw it. I was like, oh, it's a little choppy. But then I kept playing in quality, and it just got to the point where I never even noticed anymore, and it's so smooth. It reminds me of Last of Us. Like when we played Last of Us 2, it was in 30, and it felt like 60 because it's so smooth. It feels like 60.
It does.
And the quality mode, at least on console, the quality mode pops in a way the performance mode doesn't. Like
I agree.
Now that I see it, I understand exactly what Digital Foundry was trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, they were saying it's gamey on performance mode, and it is. It's a little edgy, like things look like video game assets, but in quality, you just get that extra glimmer, that extra, like sun ray, that extra, shadow, and it just that little bit of extra makes a world of difference.
It is actually mind-blowing that they're making a box this small produce images that good. Like that blows my mind. There are PCs 3 times that size with big ass graphics cards that are producing those kinds
Forza's
of images.
always been a showcase
Exactly.
for what they can do.
Yeah.
And I've said it for years, I'll continue to say it. I think Playground is the best studio. Like until further notice. Like it's they consistently pump out the best products that Xbox has.
Yeah.
And they've done it again. Forza Horizon 5 is amazing.
It's amazing. And
yeah,
I'm looking forward to spending some more time with it and getting into more of just more hours of sort of beating my head against it and buying new cars. But my first impression of that intro sequence was, that's Horizon. I'm here for this. Do you know what I mean?
The vibe is spot on.
It's perfect. It's what I wanted. Is it going to unseat 3 as my favorite? That's a hard ask. Like 3 sits up there in a really special place for me with arcadey racing games, but it's what I wanted it to be. This is not disappointing me. Like nitpicks are nitpicks. And I always feel like stuff like character creators is worth discussing because like the experience is so good that the misses stand out. That's what it is. And that's how I feel about like that.
That's very fair.
That character creator versus the rest of the game. It's just like,
it's like so polished.
No time on this.
Yeah.
like you just said, we're going to
because they got to make
together and
560 cars that sound different, look different, and have different rims. And
why even bother with it?
Yeah, that's and I agree with Dev. Like
I hate that I have these stupid cutscenes where like somebody comes up and they're like, "Hey, you racing tonight?"
We're still chatting.
Like, it's
Shut
so
up.
Bad.
Shut up.
It's so bad.
We have to
Hand me the
find your
keys.
abuelo's bug. Do we really?
Yeah, there's a lot of chatting.
You have to. But I mean, for me, that was cool because I'm just with Far Cry and it being Spanish speaking. I'm just here for all of that. So
I like
being
it
in
a little
Far
bit
Cry
more.
was awesome because it was
stuff.
in Mexico. It's just like
I like the ambient chatter in cars while you're going to do something. That I don't mind as much.
The radio
as
is very good.
The radio is good.
In terms of the DJ hosting and like how they comment, how they work what you're doing into the commentary with the music and everything. That's really good. It's GTA levels of awareness.
I agree.
I'll get on
the satire. Yes.
Yeah, I'll get on a board smashing run, and all of a sudden they'll be like, "Hey, I hear there's a driver down in the south end of the map who's tearing these boards up. You better get out there." Like it's very good for the immersion of the game.
Yep.
I do want to point. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I think it's worth discussing negative points because in a game this polished and pretty, they stand out by contrast. And it's not that the game is bad. It's that, boy, that stuff sticks out like a sore thumb when everything else is such a beautiful package, Sure. So that's why I brought it up.
My racing wheel experience has not been super great. And I feel like it's funny because I've watched 100 YouTubers and experts on how to do this. And it clearly can be done. You can watch people do it. It is either just a matter of fact, either I am not capable of, or I think the majority of people aren't. But even I take a little solace in the fact that even like these folks that do professional, like professional YouTubers that do professional race videos with their huge thousands of dollars setups and stuff, most of them I think most of the ones I've come across have all admitted like it's really not meant to be played on a wheel. You can play it on a wheel. Forza Horizon 5 is better on a wheel than it was previously, but like if you cruise around, like if you just want to get in a car and like look on the inside and cruise around and listen to the radio, it's fine for that. If you want to go drifting through the desert, it's great for that.
Yep.
If you want to get in a supercar and go 170 miles and try to keep it on the road,
it's too
the
twitchy.
Oversteer on the wheel because it's so arcadey is so awful.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get used to. It's so touchy. I tried on 3 different occasions with 3 different settings, and I turned everything on, like super novice, all the assists, everything. Still, I can't even keep most of the stuff on the road. I was like, give me the controller. Give me the controller.
I haven't tried it with the wheel yet, but I mean, this is an arcadey racer kind of problem, and I can't I also don't do it well with rally racers. Like if it's F1 or Forza Motorsport, that's different. Or even Gran Turismo, those I can wheel. Truck Simulator, I love to wheel with, but like I can't. These are too fast, and they're
actually.
twitchy.
And I say this now because I have a wheel, right? So I'm obviously this would never have bothered me before, but it's something that I feel like as Horizon goes forward, I'd like to see them do more on. Because I bought the wheel for F1, which I'm still playing, and it's great. Yeah. I would love to experience Forza Horizon the same way. Like if I could take that wheel experience into Horizon. Oh, I would never stop playing this game. I play this game for so long. I wish I could do both.
I wonder if the wheel experience is better on like PC. Like
everybody that does it on wheel does it on PC.
I did it on PC with Horizon 4, and it was actually pretty great. Doing it on console
Very few people doing it on console.
Yeah, it's different. But I mean, I haven't tried 5 with the wheel just yet. I played 4 a pretty good amount with the wheel on PC, and I had no problems. Like, I mean, it was like touchier and harder, but I enjoyed it. So I don't know.
So how do I get Donnie to show up in the game so I can beat his scores? Because all I see right now is Kevin. That's the only person who I ever see.
Is he on your friends list? That's a good start. Like, is he?
He is on my friends list.
Okay, that's good.
Did you join the club?
I gotta join the club.
Because I didn't reach level 5 yet.
Yeah, I gotta hit level 5.
I see
Listeners,
Kevin.
Tell him.
We're flying the PSVG flag. Me, and PSVG.
That's good.
The Capri Nation and us join forces to have a Forza club together. And you better be sure that I'm posting screenshots of all my cars and stuff in there. And you can make sure if you're looking for folks to play with, because we'll be playing. Here's the other thing about Forza Horizon. I'll be playing Forza Horizon for a long time.
Yeah,
this is not a game that I play for like 2 weeks and finish it and move on. Like I'll be playing Forza Horizon till my birthday.
Delvin, are you not even going to bother with this? You got Game Pass. Why are you no play? Why you don't play with us?
I didn't play yet because I wanted to finish Guardians first because people started to give me the rap like, you don't finish games, which is not true. But I wanted to finish Guardians first.
Fuck them.
Yeah, well, so wait.
Fuck them, that's why.
You play in your
own
own time.
Copy them. Yeah, who cares?
All right, did you finish Guardians is my first question. Did you finish it? Okay. Did you enjoy it the whole way through? Because I'm enjoying it so far.
Amazing.
Okay, great.
It's great. I love this game. It did what I didn't expect it to do, which I should have expected it to do because the movies do it and the comic books do it, where it gets to the point where it starts to tug at your heartstrings for certain moments.
Oh, good. Good.
And what I like about it,
teary-eyed playing Guardians.
I'll make fun of him for having feelings, Donnie.
A couple points I did because there's like It's weird because, usually when you think about Guardians of the Galaxy, they always think about the same thing with Peter Quill, like, his mother and stuff like that. And while there's some of that in there, there's other things with other characters. You're like, damn, that's actually pretty interesting and pretty cool that they did that and they added it into the game. And I love it. It's like
awesome.
It's so interesting the direction they go with certain characters, and there's certain elements of the game I wish they added to the comic books and the movies for that matter, because it's like, okay, this is a cool way to do this character and make this like the movies. Peter Quill, one note, boring, uninteresting. This game adds another layer to him. I don't want to spoil that part. They're like, okay, that's pretty cool that they did that. And I think if they would have added something like this into the movies, I'm like, that would be pretty cool to see.
I mean,
does his dad show up again?
The Guardians, all of them are tragic stories. None of them are happy stories. They're all tragic.
They start unpacking that early. Like, you get a moment with Rocket, like, very early in the game where he starts to kind of talk about his past. And, like, I love that stuff. I think that stuff is good because it's like I said this last week, it's a chatty game. They're always talking. But none of it felt like it didn't add some sort of value. Like, I didn't feel annoyed by its chattiness.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because another thing this game does good that a lot of games don't do, a lot of callbacks to previous moments in the game.
Nice.
That's always good.
I like that.
What I like about that is, like, they'll give you one moment in the game that may be so small you may not even pay attention to it. Then later in the game, it'll come back in a big way. Like, holy crap, that's actually pretty cool. They brought it up in that way. Like, they'll reference a character, and then all of a sudden the character actually appears in the game. Like, didn't expect that to happen. And like,
I like that.
There's just a lot of moments like that that are really cool, and a lot of surprise. I like it. I wish they would have did Avengers like this, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as I played it. Like, everybody had such good things to say. So I picked it up and started it. And I was like, man, I wish Avengers had been this good. Yeah. This is really good. And
if they would have just let Avengers be a single-player game,
it would have been better. It would have been better. I agree.
Stupid Square.
And this squad mechanic that they have in this game is perfect. Like, you get that sort of Mass Effect level of control over powers, but not... it's just enough, and you chain them together, and it's satisfying. Like, you just blow things up. It feels good. It's fun.
Yeah. And as you get further in the game, it develops more. And then there's certain little things that they just start doing on their own, which is cool too.
Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it like all the way through. I'm still working my way through it. Now I've got a million games, and apparently I don't play them anymore. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. I'm just the worst. Dev and I are the worst. We have like one game every week, and we're like, I tried, you guys. I tried.
Like, I want to play Guardians. I want to pick it up, but I'm like,
but you're still playing.
I just want to play Far Cry. Like,
you're still playing Far Cry.
Games. Yeah, I don't juggle games. I like to play a game and just see it all the way through, because half the time, if it's something that I'm really enjoying, like. I that's all I want to play. Like, even my little bit of time I was spent with Forza, the whole time I'm like, I want to play Far Cry. I want to go back to Far Cry.
I'm glad that game has gripped you though in that way. Yeah, like it's nice when a game like talons into you.
Yep. I just Viva Libertad. I want to go and just liberate Yara. And I love Danny. I love being in that world. I love playing as her. She's freaking awesome.
I'm glad.
I felt like that too, but I just feel like I felt like that so much. I was like, let me get these games I know I want to play out the way so I can get back to Far Cry.
That's fair.
And I felt like Guardians is a shorter game. It's like 20 hours. Mm-hmm. So it took like a week to get that through that. And the other game I'm playing, Call of Duty Vanguard, I'm only gonna play the story mode. I was
gonna say, that's like
6 hours long.
I was gonna say max. It's 2 feature-length films. You can do that in 2 sittings. How do you feel about how that thing is shaken out so far? Does it feel good?
Yeah, it feels good. I like it. I wasn't too cool on World War II. I think that was the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Cold War was the last one, right?
Oh, that's I wasn't cool on Cold War. I didn't like Cold War that much. I usually play like for the story modes and things like that. This story mode so far, I like it.
All right.
It feels like a motion picture. How Call of Duty games is. They bring you to this. You shoot till you get to this one moment, and then something big happens, and then you shoot again.
It's usually betrayal, and then shoot some more. It's good.
You kind of nailed it.
Torture, murder somebody.
Yeah, it's formulaic. They're always the same way, and then you move on. Press X to pay respects. Get mad. Get a gun. Let's do it again. Let's murder the person who betrayed me. Perfect. I love it.
I liked Cold War.
I didn't play the campaign yet.
Fun.
I still have Cold War. It's Delvin's Cold War, and I haven't even.
It's Delvin's Cold War.
It's short, but it's really funny.
It is actually. I sent him my copy of Cold War because it did the same thing that this one did, where you put the game in the disc. Xbox version doesn't do this, by the way. You put the disc inside this console, and it says installing. And when you press X to play it, it installs the multiplayer. And everything else in the campaign you have to download.
Is last, yeah.
It's I hate that so much.
It's because they know people are really playing the multiplayer first. Yeah, so I get it. I hate it. Like,
I wish you guys would play
Cold War.
Give me
the option.
I want to play Cold War. I own a copy
of it. Big Kurt Russell energy, man.
Yeah,
it's not Modern Warfare though. That's my thing. Like,
Modern Warfare is
really good. It's definitely its own thing.
You couldn't pay me to play this Vanguard because I refuse to go back to any more of the World Wars. I'm just done with them. I've been playing them for so long. I'm so tired of World War I, II.
We
no more.
Had one in like 4 years.
Donnie, don't jinx it.
That's too many. Okay, that's plenty. I don't need any more. Like, we've done it to death.
How many modern warfare games do we have? Like, in terms of modern warfare,
we have plenty of those. But the thing is, it's just something new. It's a different story. Like, I don't need to go back to the past to relive World War II. At least this is just some random.
I feel you, and I know that's like on the heart of many. But Delvin says, I mean, I got it. Kev got it, so I've got it. I just have no time to play it right now.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to it.
Isn't this one told from the perspectives of like the Soviets?
I'm not there yet to that part.
A lot of their marketing leading up and stuff seemed like it was, and that's a new take on it. And I I was interested.
I feel like we've done this before, but maybe we haven't. I don't
Metro.
know.
I feel like
that's not
wasn't
real.
one of the battlefields like that? They just
didn't one of the I was wondering if one of the
powers.
Battlefield did do that.
Battlefield's campaigns they're not the same.
It's all the same to me. It's all
Bad Company.
Old ass world.
Bad Company is dope.
Bad Company was good.
But I don't want to hear anything
Bad
about
Company
the
is
other
great
ones.
because it's not a stupid old war. It's something that's
It's not a stupid old war.
I feel like I could say so many things about Destiny or Destiny-ish
We're
things.
not.
You can. You totally can. But my thing is, like, I'm tired of the history. I'm over it. I'm done.
I will say this.
I got you.
This game feels more like a motion picture than a history lesson, which is
Perfect.
good. Because, sometimes they get in that, hey, you're in this specific area of the war. Now, this feels more like Glorious Bastards as opposed to...
So you're playing through Saving Private Ryan or something?
Yeah. Not even... Kind of. But it's more like I said...
Let's go save Matt Damon.
Glorious Bastards sounds great.
Leave him out there.
At least based off the first level, because you have these kind of... It's not just like... It's a mix of soldiers together and they're doing this mission. This is the first mission. I'm not spoiling nothing on it. But they're doing this mission together and they're all from different countries. And then they find something, and then something happens. But the way the story is told is pretty cool. It doesn't feel like you're like the previous Call of Duty games. Kind of feel like, we're just going through a moment in history. Here's this battle that you should know. Now this doesn't feel like this. Feels like something like you see in a motion picture, big action movie. Yeah,
I'm gonna check that out.
As Hayley says in the chat that a friend of hers beat it in 6 hours. That's why I didn't buy it. That's honestly the reason I didn't buy it, because Cold War you could beat kind of in 6 hours, like one nice weekend. And I just didn't think it was worth paying. Like if I'm not going to do the multiplayer for all that stuff, like it's not worth buying.
I did buy 2 get 1 free at Target, and that was the free. So I don't feel bad about it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna enjoy it. I like the campaigns.
We get zombies this year. Like we can zombies away from us on Xbox anymore. So it's like, yay, I get to play zombies again. Thanks.
Woo.
Yeah.
So Delvin, that's everything you've been playing. I'll try the zombies. We should play. I
always do zombies. I don't do multiplayer, but I do like zombies. For all the people make fun of me about.
Yeah, I like cooperative stuff. I always play horde stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Donnie, are you playing anything else before we move on?
Stop me if you've heard it. I'm playing Far Cry, Formula 1, Dusk, Fall Guys, and Mario Party.
Stop.
I don't think. Well, here's the great thing about that. I got 2 things I wanted to say. One's gaming related, and one's not. Tomorrow's Veterans Day, and at my work last week when we were there at the election, my boss and our deputy specifically told all of us, take the day off. Really take the day off. No emails.
Wow.
No phone calls. Like, get rid of everything. Drop everything. This is your day off. Take the day. So I'm keeping the kids home from school tomorrow. And we're going go-karting, and we're going to go putt-putt, and we're going to go to the arcade. And I'm super excited.
Living the dream, dude.
We're going to eat pizza. We're going to have a blast.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I want pizza.
And then I'm going to come home, and I'm going to play Grand Theft Auto.
I pre-ordered Grand Theft Auto today. I had some credit. I'm ready to do the damn thing.
I'm so excited, Elaine.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited. I'm going to play Grand Theft Auto. I'm going to stop playing everything I just read off.
Just to play Vice City.
And
that's
who knows when
play.
I'll come back to them, but I'm going to play Grand Theft Auto.
Vice
push me over the edge.
City. Are you going to do it right now? Pre-order it. Let's play the video game.
Grand Theft Auto 3. I can hear the violins.
Me too.
And the music. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I'm excited. So you're clearing your plate of all the other video games to play the decades-old video game.
Right. I said it on Twitter today. I was like, am I going to stop everything that I'm doing to play games that I've already played dozens of times?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
These are some of my favorite games ever.
Welcome to adulthood. This is what we do.
If you didn't, I'd be surprised. I'd be like, I don't even know you anymore, Danny.
I'm so happy. I said this like on Sweet Hanks, a big thing that this, like the whole change up that we did, I've really lived it in terms of like my play style. I no longer feel as compelled to cover everything or to, like, I've been playing Far Cry for weeks. Listeners on this episode, like, that's all you've heard me keep talking about. Far Cry, because that's all I'm playing. Right?
I haven't played much. Yeah. And Far Cry.
And for the next month, you're going to talk about Grand Theft Auto.
And like the point of this show, because somebody said that the show feels more like a hangout. That's the point. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
It's mostly to be a bunch of chuckleheads and tease each other and start conversations about nonsense and then occasionally dip into video game news. Like I enjoy this. It feels cathartic. I don't feel stressed having to try something. Dev's been playing Far Cry for weeks. Ain't nobody we'll mess with him like a little bit.
Dude, Far Cry. Did you get one of those emails? I got one of those emails.
Did you get one of
I
those
haven't gotten
emails?
one yet.
Did you give up on Yara?
I want one so bad.
Well, you've been playing too much, Dev.
I just want him to say something.
Yeah,
like,
just talk some
shit.
shit.
All my people.
Talk some shit,
Killing
get
all my
shot.
folks. You're snapping everybody. Like,
I got one of those emails. I played Forza all weekend long, and I got one of those emails, and I was like, damn it.
Wow.
I got to get back to Far Cry.
I got to start that video game, in my free time. It's fine.
Everybody made fun of those emails when they came out. I say
they were
everybody,
awesome.
look at Hayley. Right on schedule to make my point.
those emails are dope.
I love those. I think
silly.
they're great.
I like it.
It's a really nice customer engagement thing. Like
Yes.
I think it's cool.
I think everybody wishes they could do that.
Yo, real talk. My Peloton does that. Like my Peloton membership, if you take enough days off, like one of the instructors will be like, hey, they'll send you an email.
Slacker.
Hey, how's it going? You should get on the bike, you bitch.
Whoa.
That's how you get people working out.
That's like
fuck you, Peloton.
Yeah, it starts out, dear Peloton user, listen, bitch. Good. Starts out how Deb does. Listen here, bitch.
Yeah, Chalfie sent actual emails where Anton like shames you, makes fun of you. Like it was like, hey, have you given up? I'm having so much fun taking over Yara. I was like, that motherfucker.
That son of a bitch. All right, I'm coming for you.
I can't wait to get back to it.
I want to start that game. I have a pile. Like
it's so good. We all have
shit's
piles.
Weird right now. Yeah, shit's weird for me right now. Give me one more week. Then maybe things will start to settle. Maybe. All right, Donnie.
No.
But the moving out is happening. The divorce stuff will be final. I might have time.
Nah. By the time you have time, 20 more games will have been.
And you will have bought them all.
And you'll still be trying to play Death Stranding. Absolutely not.
Death Stranding is great. Don't at me. Don't start.
Oh, I added
me.
you. I added you.
You're mad because I
of
downloaded
all the games
Death
to go
Stranding.
back to.
I love
that's
Death Stranding. I love that game, and the director.
We need to have an intervention.
You want to have a talk?
Do you want to have a talk with Delvin? We need to have a talk with you about this.
We need to have an intervention.
I will fight you both at the same time and win. Bring it on, gentlemen.
I believe that she would.
You can't take all three of us.
Yes, I can. You have squishy bits that you wear on the outside.
If we all band together, it'd be like the Thanos fight.
We can all try. And Delvin's gonna be the Peter Quill and fuck it all up.
Yeah. He's going to help me out. He'll help me.
I am going to be Adam Cole and just turn on all of you guys.
He would run. He'd be like, he would sit down with some popcorn and be like, I got to watch
Adam
this.
Cole, baby!
Yep.
Donnie.
Boom!
Johnny, talk about the news so we don't have to do this.
Xbox has been in the news all week long. Forza Horizon 5 had over 1 million people playing it before the game officially launched. That means over 1 million people either bought the expansion pack or bought the gold edition and actually got the super
version.
Special edition. Yeah.
Yep.
For those anybody that didn't know, the expansion pack comes with all the DLC and future expansions. So yeah, that's really nice. It was like $40, and I think for us, I will speak a little bit here for you, Elaine. I think you'll agree. Forza always delivers on the expansions. It's worth it.
They have had very good expansions, and I still haven't picked up that premium pack. It is $50. So if you own Game Pass and you're playing the base game on Game Pass, you can pay $50 to upgrade yourself.
43.
It's $45 because it's 10% off right now.
Yeah.
For Xbox customers, but
gotcha.
So yeah, they topped 5 million players at this point concurrently.
Yeah, they did.
Or not concurrently, just players in general. That's bananas.
It's triple what Forza Horizon 4
correct.
Met.
Triple. That's insane. That's
insane.
That's crazy.
Phil Spencer took to Twitter and said the following: "We've invested for years in Xbox so more people can play. With 4.5 million, it's 5 million today, players so far across PC, cloud, and console, Forza Horizon 5 shows that promise is coming to life. Largest launch day for an Xbox game studio game. Peak concurrent 3 times Forza Horizon 4. Thank you, players, and congrats, Playground."
Yeah, Playground crushed it. What a great time to launch this game. What a great product. What a pretty game. I mean, they nailed it.
I'm so excited to see Playground get some shine, and I don't mean to take anything away from it, but I assume that we'll hear all of this again in about a month's time. when Halo drops. Yeah,
absolutely. I can't imagine a world where we don't.
It's the power of Game Pass making things just so much more accessible. And then when you know you're getting it for free, like you have no problems dropping that extra 50.
What's $50?
The crazy thing?
It's like, heck yeah.
There's 25 million people-ish with Game Pass. That means there's 20 million people that didn't jump in. What the hell are y'all doing?
They're playing Call of Duty.
They're playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty came out. They're playing Call of Duty. That's what's happening.
Crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, I'm waiting. There will be a day, I think, when you get like full Nintendo saturation on a product. It might be Halo.
It's probably going to be Halo.
We've got 18 million people playing this.
It's going to be, if it was going to be any game.
I'm scared for those servers.
They're going to be on fire. You better have the extinguishers ready.
Be afraid.
Cover up, kids. All right, what else
Remember, if you didn't know, Xbox celebrates their 15th anniversary on Monday with a special broadcast. Apparently, The Rock will be a part of it, doing something. He's giving away consoles over on Instagram and Twitter right now. If you haven't checked it out, go retweet the stuff, get a console.
Maybe I can get an Xbox.
Aaron Greenberg said that this isn't a news marketing beat. So, like, they're not going to be unveiling a bunch of games and stuff. There will be some reveals, though. I expect that there'll be a heavy emphasis on back and updates and things like that. They're doing giveaways during the stream. If you've registered with FanFest, they've got the discounts on the store. Like, they're doing all that good stuff. In an interview with Bloomberg, Phil Spencer said that he wants Xbox's first-party software to include more casual content with broad appeal and family games.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah. That is a thing that we have been saying, Donnie, starting back on Empire, that they need to do a gap they need to fill. So it's good that he's acknowledging that and going for it.
A lot of people are taking that to mean like maybe possibly something mobile. I think Jez Corden has been kind of a root of that. He's been saying that for a while, that they maybe go after a developer that's lesser known.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised. They have Roblox. They have Minecraft. So I'm wondering, are they thinking like that? Because I would rather them go like Traveler's Tales or... any of the Playful Studios or anything like that for that type of content.
Bring back Viva Pinata. Make it an AR game. Stop messing around.
Viva Pinata would be
dope. God.
Today, Thunderful Games had a stream where they showcased a bunch of games, featured Mark Hamill of fame. I watched it today. I was pleasantly surprised. There's a bunch of games that I'm very excited that were shown. Fire Girl, Planet of Lana come off. There's a bunch of indie games. But most importantly, especially for Xbox fans, The Gunk.
Finally.
Game Pass, Xbox exclusive, drops December 16th.
Finally.
So basically with the week after Halo, there's another game that drops.
Whoops.
Another one.
Another one.
I'm very excited for The Gunk.
That game looks great. Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
Definitely.
Yes.
Last week, Devolver Digital went public on the IPO, and the stock was valued at $950 million.
It's bananas.
They also announced that they acquired 3 studios. Dodge Roll, which made Enter the Gungeon.
Huge acquisition. Very big
Nereal, which made Reigns and Card Shark. Mm-hmm. Firefly, which owns the Stronghold series. And these joined, if you don't remember, they bought Crow Team, which did the Serious Sam and stuff. They bought them earlier in the year. Mm-hmm. PlayStation got in on the fun, and they bought a minor stake of 5%.
Sure.
So maybe we'll see more collaboration with Devolver going forward, or just maybe as a good investment. I think it's probably a good investment. As Jeff has been leading the crusade on this, and I've tried to pick up the flag and carry it. With inflation the way that it is and the market the way that it is, these market-like conglomerates that are sitting on tons of cash, that cash is being devalued day after day. Mm-hmm. So putting that cash into something that you can pull out later is smart. And that's a big reason. It's an underlying reason why we're seeing so many people snap up developers.
Yep.
I don't think our minds were there when Xbox bought Bethesda, but it's actually a big part of that. And then as you've seen what's happened since then, it's not just Xbox. Everybody's getting in on the fun of buying people, and that's why. They're spending their capital, because if they got $1 billion in cash today, that's only going to be worth $900 million tomorrow. Well, then let's get it into something so we can keep our capital at the same value later on down the road. Makes sense.
This is smart investing. This is how money works, and that's very smart investing.
I'm surprised. I don't know about you, Dev. I'm surprised Devolver was valued so high.
I mean,
what a great day for them and those employees. Every employee in Devolver owns stock.
Yeah,
they made bank. You guys. They earned it.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Like, that is good, great business practice, and you're giving back to the people who made your company. So I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
Nintendo announced that Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl will receive a patch tomorrow. It's a week ahead of launch. Comes out next week. The patch will include quite a bit of content. the opening and ending cutscenes, a lot of the online features, all of the post-game content, everything's being patched into the game tomorrow.
That's wild. Maybe they did that because they don't want
it's
reviewers
leaked.
to have. It's leaked.
The game has been being played on Twitch for 2 weeks. Like, it's been out in the wild.
It's bananas.
I've seen a lot of people postulate that. I don't think that's. I would be shocked if the Pokemon Company was like, let's hold back content because we know our game will leak.
That doesn't make any sense. I suspect it just wasn't ready. Yeah. And they got it ready at the last minute, and that's the way it is.
Coming a little hot. I wouldn't be concerned. It's a Pokemon game. It'll be fine.
Great. It'll be fine.
It'll be great.
Yep.
Rockstar released a ton of details today on the GTA trilogy because guess what other thing else leaked? GTA the trilogy is being played widely across everywhere. Yep. Including what I think a lot of people have been concerned about is the music. So every song that was not every song, most of the songs that were missing in iOS and the Android versions and the PlayStation 4 Classic that released back in 2014, those are still missing. It's like they're not going to be in the games. There's a handful of others that are also not in, but it's not really, I think the ones that I saw that were missing from those weren't things that I think most people are going to notice. But if you were hoping that the Lionel Richies, the Michael Jackson, Ozzy Osbourne, if you were hoping they were coming back, they're not. They're not in there. So yeah,
you'll live. It sucks, but you'll live. It's just the way music licensing works in the modern era for games like this with a ton of licensed songs. So
those weren't the songs I was looking for anyway.
I know you had a short list, so
I think Rockstar has all the money in the world to make it happen, but obviously they didn't want to.
They didn't want to. Maybe it wasn't worth it. Maybe it wasn't worth chasing it. There's a million reasons, and that it's not the end of the universe.
Like some of that stuff, like those companies will gouge you. Like the Michael Jackson stuff,
that would have been bad.
Catalog is ridiculously expensive.
Yeah,
and they know this, so.
Yep.
They did mention that you'll be able to change the radio stations with a radio wheel like you could in GTA 5, and that all of the music that is included has all been remastered at a higher bit rate. So
great. That's good to hear. I'm pumped for that to unlock. Yeah, let's go.
For a girl
I can't wait, Dev. You have no idea how excited. This has been a year-long quest.
It's downloading right now.
Mine is going to be downloading as soon as I'm
so good.
An hour and a half.
Yes.
Hour and a half.
I'm going to stay up and play. I don't got to be up in the morning. I'm definitely going to stay up and play. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Hit us with
quick
these quick
hitters.
hits.
Yeah, EA is making a new Fight Night that they put on hold for the UFC game that they just released.
Oh.
I'm very excited. I love Fight Night.
I love Fight Night. I'm excited to have a new Fight Night.
Thank you. Finally, can we get a boxing game? That's
I love the Fight Night mechanics. I miss those games. I would love to have a next-gen version of that game. Let's go. Yep.
Spider-Man drops into Avengers on PlayStation only on November 30th.
I don't care.
Delvin, are you going to do that? I know you're probably the only one.
Yeah, he's going to go back to it.
I didn't even download it for the Black Panther thing. There's no way.
I remember when this news dropped and we all did podcasts on exclusions and exclusivity and all that. And then I find it so funny that we fast forwarded out and everybody that I've seen online, they're like, who cares?
Yeah. Exactly. Well, because it's so far from release now. And that game so didn't hit that I would rather just play Guardians. Like, whoops, you lost your window.
Put Spider-Man in Guardians.
Dude,
put
so everything in Guardians.
What they did to this game, because if you take the actual story, let it play out, and not make all the levels basically the exact same level just because you were making it large for a co-op experience, and you could have actually made the levels with some actual thought towards the story and what you were doing, it could have been a great game.
I agree.
But they just had to make it a game as a service because that was the hot trend. I fucking can't stand that shit. I hate chasing the trends of what's hot right now, man. Make the game you actually want to make. And I wish the publishers
they want to make the game that makes the most
let
money.
Them do that. Yeah, I wish they would just let them make.
Did you see EA's financials and how much more money they make from like Madden Ultimate Team than they do from Madden the game?
But that only works really in those games and Fortnite. Yeah. The rest of these games and service don't make that money.
They
just don't because that's not what people want.
I think they've just started to realize.
You know I'm with you. You know I'm with you. But when you see those financials, I 100% understand why Ubisoft is trying, fail over fail. They keep trying to make one because the money is too good to ignore.
But they're wasting more trying to.
I'm with you, Elaine.
You know people stop.
You know I'm with you.
Fucking up the industry.
Yeah,
you know I'm with you.
All right, we got one more quick hit. I'm going to do this one. So I got an email today. I pre-ordered a Steam Deck, and I got an email today saying, your launch has been delayed until February 22nd. That will be the first wave. So everybody's pushed back for X number of months. I am not. The email was like, we tried really hard, literal thing that was in there to deal with
Dave is
the
back
shortages.
there putting these together himself.
And we tried really hard, you guys, but the boats won't bring us our stuff. That's how it read. And that's where we're at. Yeah. So like, I'm not surprised. There's a shortage of everything right now. Like, what do you want me to say?
It gives me more time to save up money. I'm trying to buy a friend's. So just I'm
like glad that it's delayed because I got like house stuff I got to get done and like adult shit to buy.
But I want to play GTA Trilogy on Steam Deck.
Do I want to lay in my bed and play nonsense video games on a Steam Deck? Yes.
Forza?
Yes. I can do that now.
Yes, but not on Steam Deck.
No, but the TV is right there's. You
no,
can see the bed and then the TV, and it's better. You're right. It's not the same. It's better on my OLED.
You get less of a hand cramp trying to hold the whole console while you lay down and find the right angle to be comfortable.
You guys keep saying this now.
Lean back.
Just like the OLED.
I'm moving all of this. I still like playing Switch better on my TV. I love the OLED screen, but I still want to play docked. This OLED TV is too
then
fancy.
You shouldn't even. Well, I don't want to say you shouldn't, but
then
why are you getting the Steam Deck?
Because I do.
She travels a lot.
When life shifts, I do travel for work, and it is nice to just stick
people
it in my bag.
For the core demographic that the Steam Deck is aimed after.
Yeah,
they're gonna have a lot of fun with this.
Oh, I'm gonna buy one because I like shiny things.
People like hardware.
That's why I'm going to Elaine's house because she has all the toys.
Shiny things. We're going to move everything in this basement and shift it so it's more functional soon. Get ready.
She's got the OLED though, Donnie.
I do.
Oh God.
It's a pretty TV.
Okay.
Oh, so you're okay with the OLED for the Switch? We're talking about
but
the
not
OLED
the
TV,
big fancy one.
No, it's
Forza looks really good on that TV though. This is very
no,
shiny.
it's not that at all. I just when Dev makes those comments, it makes me. Like my TV is very, very good as well.
Your TV is good too. Everybody has a good TV. Okay, Dev. Do we have listener questions? We always have listener questions. I'm gonna transition before someone cries.
Listener questions.
When I ask for listener questions, we get some questions. So hit me with a handful of questions.
I'm gonna hit you with a bunch of quick hitters, and then we're gonna go through some of these big ones.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that.
From Eric Benitez. Pats or Genos? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
no, so Pats and Genos are two of the like touristy cheesesteak places that exist in Philadelphia. They're right across the street from each other. They're in like off Passyunk Avenue, and they both suck. And the answer to the question is Jim's Steaks on South Street. That's the answer to the question.
That was what I was gonna say. So yeah,
not Pats and Genos.
Sure. Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
100%.
South Street, Jim's Steaks better than both. Next.
All right, from JLA on Twitter. All right, anyone picking up Battlefield?
Nah, dog. Sorry. Nah. No.
For what?
Why?
Yeah, for what?
Throw that shit out the window.
Play Bad Company instead.
As a coaster? Do we need it as a coaster?
We just put my drink on? Oh.
Yeah.
Like those AOL discs we used to get in the mail, right?
Get it in your buy two, get one, and then trade it in.
There you go. That's some troll ass. All right.
That is a good idea.
That's how we lose a listener.
Smart.
Bye. Thank you for stopping by. We're so sorry. Next question.
Yeah. Jesus. What was a better summer, 1996 or 1997 from Crucial Chase?
I don't know how to answer this question. I was 13 or 14, so they were both terrible because I did not enjoy being those ages, like at all. Did any good movies come out? Did I Know What You Did Last Summer come out either of those years?
That's what I'm checking out right now.
Number one song in 1996 was Spice Girls Wannabe, the Macarena, Killing Me Softly, and How Bizarre by OMC.
Killing Me Softly is one of my favorite tracks of all time.
So it was the summer for me between 9th and 10th grade, so it was a damn good summer in 96.
All right.
Number 97 was You Make Me Wanna by Usher, Foolish Games by Jewel, Semi Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind, No Diggity, Bop, and Quit Playing Games. So
I'm going with 96.
97.
I want 96.
I'm going with 96. Reasonable Doubt, All Eyes on Me, the score, It Was Written,
score,
Aliens, Hell on Earth, Machiavelli.
But when did those drop? Because remember,
all 96.
It's asking what was the better summer. So if they didn't drop until the fall,
doesn't matter.
I think 96. Killing Me Softly was out.
Looked for summer 97 songs. Summer. So the songs I read, I think, dropped in the summer.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I liked Killing Me Softly.
Candle in the Wind also hit that summer.
Oh no,
that was huge. You remember that with the Princess Di and everything? That was big.
I remember.
You got to remember, I was much younger than you guys.
You're a child.
Because y'all are old as fuck. As dirt.
This is true.
Look,
no.
Listen here, bitch. That's how this goes, right? Listen here, bitch. That's how that goes.
Y'all are old for the earth.
Okay.
But I remember when that damn Elton John funeral thing was like loop all day on the damn television.
This is not something my family watched at all. No.
Nope.
That's what my mom did.
I care.
Nope. We turned it the hell off. It was great.
Oh man, 96 Independence Day came
out. Well, then 1996 wins.
I didn't even think about movies.
Why are we talking about
The Rock? The Rock
was 96. All right, get out of here. 97. The
Multiplicity. Cable Guy. Mission Impossible.
Was
Mission Impossible.
See here, Air Force One, Men in Black. 96 is better movies. Good call. I flipped my answer to 96 based on 96.
Oh, God. Come to Craft, Donnie. The Craft.
Yeah. Oh, The Craft. We've come.
Well, 97 was I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is totally overrated. So, let's go 96.
96. We all agree.
96 it is.
Whoa. We have agreed on something.
You won me over.
Mark it. All right. Next question.
All right. All right, let's change it up. Get a little more serious here. A little more serious. Not really.
Jesus.
God, Sean.
That's a
Someone read it out loud. Someone
Sean
read
got
it.
Dark.
She said Princess Di was never not, die? Not gonna die? Like, come on, Sean.
Wow.
Why?
Sean.
Twister, 1996.
Who hurt you?
That's got my heart.
Who hurt you, Sean? Jesus.
He's Canadian, too. I wasn't expecting this. I don't know what to do.
He was in New York. He was in New York for too long. New York rubbed off on him.
we too soon. Yes, it's always too soon. You monster, Sean.
Good joke, Sean. Good joke.
All right, fine. Yeah, let's just. All right, he's
the Winter Gamer asks. He says, "Recently, who made you feel supported in the most in the past few weeks? Like, who just lifted you up a little bit?"
So look, like I'm going through some tough stuff personally, and this podcast has pulled me out of it's true because it's like Donnie and I used to discuss with Empire. I could walk into the show in a mood or sad or feeling some kind of way, and I always feel better after it. This podcast has been a nice little savior. The girlfriend has been wonderful, and she's had my back too. Foot stuff.
Shout out.
We still joke about that.
We need to have the Patreon producer Foot Stuff.
Make her the voice of God.
Yeah.
I hate this so much. Like
the Foot Stuff check-in segment. We should have like a
how's
a phrase or something. Yeah.
Hey, she's great. She's doing great, and she's had my back despite your bullshit. And she, for some reason,
got you, fam.
She thinks you guys are hilarious, which I don't want to enable.
We are.
She does. Yeah.
Of course we are.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Don't let it go to your heads, okay? She's just calm it down. All right.
I got to tell you though, I don't have an answer for this, and I feel like in the past few weeks I've kind of needed one. Not to get super dark, but I go through these spells with the kids, particularly one kid in particular.
Teenagers.
It's really hard, and the last couple of weeks has been really hard. To a point, I was talking to my aunt the other day, who might be my answer for this, because I told her, I was like, my daughter at times reminds me so much of my cousin that I saw when I lived with my aunt and uncle. He fought them tooth and nail about everything. Mm-hmm. That's how my daughter is. It's like a constant struggle, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's just because I don't know. Do I lack commitment? Do I lack drive? But there's so many times for the last month that I felt like I'll just quit and give up, shut down. It's like, I just can't do this anymore. Just do whatever you want. I'm not going to fight you on this anymore. And I was talking to my aunt, and I was like, how do you keep doing it? Where do you find, the extra motivation to stay in it and keep going? Is it supposed to just be, because you're a parent and it's just because when you have kids, it's just there? Because I'm starting to struggle internally. I even talked to my wife about this. I struggle internally because I feel like I don't have it. And that kind of scares me. And I'm like, am I not being a good dad? No. Because it's hard. It's so hard. I don't know, just to keep going, right? To keep trying to fight, I guess if you want to call it the good fight. Because I'll try to
keep trying means you're a good dad, sir.
Yes,
I'll try to
that's it. Right
level head with her and try to reach her. It's I was a very influential person for me was my uncle. My uncle was the first adult that pulled me aside and tried to connect with me. Like, let me tell you why this is bad, why you shouldn't do it, and how you can do better. Like, you try to explain everything. It just raised my awareness level, like in terms of helping me grow up a little. I try to do that with her, and it just falls on complete deaf ears. And I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I'm running out of strategy. I have no more tactics left to pull. So,
yeah, just there is no advice here. Just stay in. Just stay in.
Hard.
Just stay in.
No manual. Yep.
There's no manual. Yeah.
I'm losing ground on all fronts.
I understand. Teenagers are. I'm not excited.
So
yeah, but she'll make it out, and
so will you.
You'll push through, and she'll remember that.
You know, my
That's
aunt was just like, it's one of those things that every kid does, and every parent watches them do it. And she's like, the reason that you're feeling the way that you feel is because you know what they're doing, because you did it, and you know that they're not going to listen to you because you didn't listen. It's like this brutal cycle. And for me, and you guys know how analytical I am, I'm like, let me just explain to you and we'll get over this hump. But I can't get over it. Like, we can't get over it.
You have to sometimes remind yourself that they have to make some of their own mistakes. That's part of it. You know what I mean? And that's like a really hard thing to do when you know they're making one, you know you made it, you know what the outcome is. But they got to figure it out for themselves, because when they're teenagers, they're just like, F you, I know better.
Hardest thing to do.
It's so hard to see someone you love.
They have everything figured out. It's all done. It's all in their head. Like,
and they don't. And they don't.
Dude, it's a struggle.
It's going to be hard. And struggle. I mean, I'm towing at the edge of it with my oldest right now, because he's starting to get the back talk stuff happening, and it's exhausting. And you got to be there when they mess it up, and you got to help them pick it up.
So you know what
you do.
To wrap it up, I'll say I'm really thankful for my wife and her support, because she doesn't have that quit in her.
Good.
Like, her and her family bond, like I've talked about it often.
Won't stop.
She tells me, like, she shows me the example of like what family is. Her family, you guys have probably heard me say this before. Her family is such an example of like how family should be. And I think that's the disconnect for me. Like, with my upbringing, it's like, I don't have that in me. You know, like, I feel like I'm not a very nurturing person. I'm a very isolationist, you know, like I'm very like independent. Like, I have a hard time doing that. So she just jumps right in. She's like, I got this.
That's what you do.
You know, and I'm like an hour in, I'm like, who cares?
But you spent an hour. Like,
you spent an hour.
I can't do this anymore.
You didn't quit. You dig in.
You're digging in. You just tagged your tag team. You tagged her in. That's all it is.
I've been leaning on
And then you
her
get back in when you're refreshed and you got a minute, you get back in. And then you tag in and out. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's true. I'm glad you have somebody holding you up.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you do. Delvin, do you have somebody holding you up the last couple of weeks? Where you at?
Nope. I am just kind of...
I'm awesome. Everything I do is awesome.
I was expecting some heartfelt answer, and I was like, who you got? He's like, nope, later, bitches.
Not really. I'm kind of just the guy who, like, I'm a rock for so many different people, whether it's my grandmother, my kids, somebody like that, when I kind of just have to keep myself up, and my holding myself is just kind of just going to my room, hearing some peace and quiet. As long as I have peace and quiet, I'm good. Like, you know, I can't falter or fall because so many people depend on me being strong. So I just kind of don't depend on nobody, like, in terms of that. Yeah.
I have been like that in the past, and I have found that for me personally, too much of that makes me feel disconnected from people, and it makes me feel bad. So I have to watch how much I do that. You know what I mean? Like, when I don't lean on people, it's bad for me, but not everybody is like built like that. I need people, I've discovered. So what about you, Dev? What you got?
I'm with you, Elaine. I'm the same way. Like, I end up being that person for so many people that if somebody's pouring in, I got nothing. I got nothing left to give. So for me, outside of my wife, it's my therapist.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I got that.
Without that, I don't know what I'd do. I would lose my mind. Like, with all the grief and stuff that I've gone through over these past like couple of years and everything, just trying to sort through all that. It's a godsend. I had therapy today. Like, every other Wednesday I go. So
I'm so glad.
Today, being able to dump that off and get the feedback, like, you're doing well here, this is part of the process. Like, it makes a world of difference. So.
And you're not leaning on somebody who may not be able to support. You're leaning on a third party whose job it is to have your back. Like, if you do not do therapy and you need someone to hold your hand up, like, in tough times, I recommend you look at it. A lot of them 100%. Operate on sliding scale. You can find somebody. So
man. So
big recommendation. That was a good question. I like that one.
It's a great question. You know, sometimes you gotta throw a serious one in there every now and again. You know,
who, us? Bullshit.
So with the bullshit, If you had to pick one Pokemon to be your best friend forever,
come on,
who would it be and why?
Come on.
Donnie answers first. It's Cubone because he loves that little fucker.
It's the best Pokemon.
I mean, I like Eevee because it's a dog fox, and it's Eevee, and Eevee's cute. Right up here,
all kinds of shit.
It can do things. It can be all kinds of different Pokemon when it evolves. I want Eevee to be my friend. That's my answer. Gentlemen, what about you?
Delvin?
Come on, Detective Pikachu. That's who I want to hang out with.
So Detective Pikachu, not like regular Pikachu.
No, it's
Ryan
Reynolds.
Pikachu.
You just want Ryan Reynolds, is what you want.
He wants Ryan Reynolds in a yellow costume. That's what he wants.
It could be a regular Pikachu or just a detective.
Dude, Lucha Libre Pikachu's dope.
I like that one with the mask. I'm a big fan of that one.
If you have Pikachu, don't you just have them all? Wouldn't it just be all of the Pikachu?
Yeah, because he has different outfits. That's the best part.
I just want to go around with Pikachu solving crimes.
See, I'm the anti-Pikachu because if I get a Pikachu, I'm definitely evolving to Raichu. Whereas like the show was all like, don't do it. Don't be like Surge. Is like absolutely doing that.
Raichu's ugly.
Raichu's the best. Raichu's awesome.
Sucks.
Fat, ugly. I like
fat.
Awesome. See, fat. Yes.
Dev has never played a Pokemon game.
I don't know shit about Pokemon. Okay?
You know a Pokemon though.
I mean, I know plenty. All the ones you just mentioned, but I don't know what the hell any of them do or why I pick
Snorlax.
So Snorlax likes to sleep.
Whichever. I mean, if I wanted a nap, I would ask Jigglypuff. Just put me to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Just
Charizard.
Hey, that's not a bad. That's not a bad answer. Jigglypuff would be useful.
Yeah.
I want whichever is the most destructive Pokemon out
Probably
there.
Probably a Charizard.
I want to just go fuck some shit up.
Yeah, take a Charizard.
Scorched Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charizard.
Which is the most powerful Pokemon?
Mewtwo?
Is it like Mewtwo or something?
Yeah.
Oh, but that one's all.
But it'd have to be a legendary though.
Oh God, I can't believe
there was no restrictions.
There were no restrictions. There were no restrictions.
So I just want whatever the most OP powerful Pokemon is, and we're just going Scorched Earth because this world needs a reset.
No, Kyle, I wouldn't. Jack is a Squirtle gang member. He loves his room is decorated in Squirtle.
Wears the
Squirtle squad
glasses. He's sick. He's cool.
He
knows he's cool.
I like him. Squirtle squad.
Good lord.
I got Devin. I don't know.
All right.
I could also mention Gollum for Dev if you're looking for just pure destruction.
What the hell is Gollum?
It's
a
big
circle rock that like explodes.
Precious?
He explodes.
No, not that.
Tyranitar.
Tyranitar is sick. It's a
dinosaur.
Good
answer, right?
It's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
All right.
Gyarados.
I mean, yeah, he angry.
Yeah.
He mad.
Gets real mad.
Just like me.
Or wait a minute, what's the Pokemon when he gets super mad and gets stronger? Primeape.
Really?
So he's Hulk.
Yeah, he gets mad and he like goes on rampage and he beats the shit out of people.
So
he beats them with his bare hands.
Yeah, it's Hulk. He just doesn't turn green.
Yeah, he kind of is the Hulk of Pokemon.
He's a little hulky. Yeah.
Because that's legit what Hulk does.
Yep.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Gets more powerful. Mm-hmm. All right. Since we all are loving the GTA and some of us will be playing later tonight, we've got a pretty good question from TPR. He says, with this GTA Trilogy soundtrack news dropping and Forza hitting the road, what game has the best compilation of licensed music in your experience?
What?
He said he has to go with Burnout Paradise because he loved how Guns N' Roses was integrated with the game's setting. So do you guys have a compilation that was used for a game that you're just like...
I know the answer. There's a real clear answer. But I don't think it counts.
A clear answer.
Yeah, Rock Band does not count. Yeah, those games don't count. Sit your ass down. All right.
It says in your experience. So for me, and I'm wondering if Delvin feels this way.
But I'm pretty sure
that is not my music.
That's not what he's counting.
Right. You're talking about like, yeah, you guys are hip hop. So like, what? Yeah. Where would you be at ish? Like the Def Jam games, which were.
That's like the only thing that I was able to think of.
If I was,
Fight for New York.
If I was to cheat, I would say they had a PSP game called the Michael Jackson Experience.
Oh, that's right.
God. That was not just a PSP game. That was on everything.
Yeah, but the PSP version had more games, had more songs.
Okay. And that's cheating, but you could take that. Boy, I would go maybe Horizon 3 because I liked some of the dance music in that game so much. And that's like, I have the same problem as you, Dev. Like, I like dance music, so electronic music. So the problem is like I like rock and roll and all that other stuff, but for me, like the stuff that really grabs me is stuff that you do not commonly see in quantity in video games. So I might have to go Horizon 3 just because it had some really good tracks from my
when
music.
I think of my favorite soundtracks, obviously I don't think he meant like,
No, he said licensed music.
Right.
So-
No, I meant to say like I don't think he's including or meaning to include something like guitar, like a music.
No.
Game,
That's
right?
cheating.
Yeah, it's cheating. So you throw that out. The GTAs are really known for their music. That's why so many articles today were written for it. But outside of those two, Tony Hawk.
That if you like rock,
waiting to see if anybody was going to say Tony
punk,
Hawk.
yeah, they're
Tony
up there.
Hawk and Lollipop Chainsaw. A shit ton of licensed music, and
That's
that's
a
we'll
solid
never
split,
get another.
Yeah,
We'll never get another one. SSX.
SSX had good stuff in it.
Did SSX all of them have music? I thought Tricky and then 3 were the only ones that had licensed music. The
When I
original
think
had
of
licensed music?
SSX, I think I almost always think of Tricky.
Tricky is the one that I think of when I mention SSX
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
That is the best one to me.
You gotta spell it out because it's tricky. It's in the name.
And it's not licensed in the terms of like popular, but like Fallout has incredible music that's like real licensed music. It's just like old music, right? But it's really good to like the world of Fallout. And I'm not even that big of a Fallout fan, but I like it.
Yeah.
Like that
Yep.
50
Years
jazz
old.
pop
Today
stuff,
years
you
old.
know?
I had no idea.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, it's good. It's
It's-
It's tough. This is a tough question for me because I don't like I like original music like more.
Same.
Like it would be Persona 4 for me or 3 even where like
Persona's
soundtracks
got
grab
it.
on.
Persona's great.
Those soundtracks just hold on to me, and it's not licensed music in video games that grabs my attention most of
The
the time.
soundtracks, you know what? The soundtracks I carry with me, and one of them is definitely licensed, and that's Life is Strange, all licensed
Yep.
stuff, and I carry all of them with me. Before the Storm's my favorite. And then soundtrack-wise, I carry The Last of Us library, and honestly,
too.
here's a crazy one that you will not expect to come from me, but Dev knows this. The Destiny soundtrack. I
It's
adore
very
it.
good.
So fun.
I
It's
love the
very good.
Destiny music, and I don't even play the game. And I just like the music's incredible.
I keep The Witcher
It's so
1
good.
on. I like The Witcher 3 a lot. But that's the kind of stuff that I bookmark and tag in Spotify. It's those kinds of things, not
Same
licensed
here.
music.
For me,
I'll
it's
listen to
all
licensed
video
music.
game music.
Yeah. Yeah, straight
All
up.
I've been listening to for like the last year has been video game music.
There's good
That
stuff
Last of
there.
Us
Lollipop
soundtrack,
Chainsaw had like
so
Guns N'
good.
Roses and Rolling Stones and like Hey Mickey. It had a lot of
If you
shit
like
on it.
rock and roll, that one was very
Didn't
good. for
Burnout Paradise has a pretty good soundtrack
Yep.
too.
that. That's
So
why
does,
he mentioned it. Yeah.
That's why he mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Guardians.
like that's never been.
Guardians
I hear
music
Guardians
was fun.
is good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really good.
Guardians
Heard
is,
that, yeah.
Excellent.
those throwback tracks are great in Guardians.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
We got time for like a couple more. What you got,
Yeah.
Dev?
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. This is an interesting one. Sean without an H says, so Binding of Isaac is re-releasing this week at $60. I remember hearing Elaine talk about it on previous podcasts. How does this fit into the current trend of remastering? And is anyone going to give it a whirl? I'm not in the market for it, particularly at that price.
So, this is an expansion that's come out, and so the re-release is because on Xbox specifically, and on Xbox specifically, they skipped the release of Afterbirth Plus. So the original version of the game came out on Xbox, but some of the middle expansions did not. So they're repackaging it all into a $60 package. Repentance is the new expansion. It was like $20 on PC, and I think on Switch you can add it on for $20, probably on PlayStation as well. It's a lot of content for $20, like a ton of content. But it's end game. It's I'm very good at the game now content. It's hard. It makes the game harder. So less of a remaster, more of a DLC edition with the caveat that it got weird on Xbox and was never released in total there. I've been playing it on PC, and I might pick it up on... It's just going to run like crap on Switch. And that's too bad because that's the place you kind of want a game like that, like
Sure.
a run-based roguelike. I might check it out on Xbox. We'll see. I love this expansion.
So
But
do you feel like it's worth it at 60 if you for everything? Because I know there was a lot of chatter about, oh my god, I can't believe the
Is that because it's an indie game?
trilogy.
I mean, it's like a
collection
game of
is
the year collection, right? If got
it's
all this stuff
essentially
thrown in it.
the base game with 3 expansions onto it, all of which have added hundreds of
sound too
hours of
bad.
gameplay. I think for $60 as a complete package, especially if you never touched it before, that's a deal. Is a lot of content there.
Plus, they always have time to move down.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If you go at 20, then you really don't have room to come down.
Well,
Right, if you go at 60,
right.
you can drop to 45, drop to 40, drop to 35, drop to 30.
It's true.
like Afterbirth Plus with all the previous game stuff hit at 40. That's how much they charged for that. So adding
I remember
$20
that.
worth of content and giving you it at 60 is not unreasonable. This game also never goes on sale. It's a lot of game. There's thousands of hours worth of replayability here.
Speaking of rogues, remember
one of the better ones.
I wrote them off forever. I said they're not for me. I'm not going to do it. But this Curse to Golf, I get tagged every time I get shown.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
Should I give it another try? Should I give it a...
It's a golf game. You have to.
Is the prospect
you don't have a choice.
Golf enough to get me to put my arms around
You don't have a
rogue?
choice.
You don't have a choice.
Golf, I review it.
I feel like if any roguelike is going to hit for you, Donnie, it's this one, so you have to know. And then you can write them off forever and be done.
Okay.
That's the way I feel.
I'll give it one more try. I will go dance with a rogue one last time.
One last time.
Last dance.
I want to know. I love roguelikes. They're one of my favorite genres of video game. I will play the golf one. Absolutely. Let's go.
It looks good. It's just all the rogue stuff. I'm like, I don't.
I love that stuff. Oh, yeah.
So Adair Mama Bears asks, it's not gaming related, but where is your ideal vacation and why?
Oh, this is tough. I waffle between at a beach in a hammock by the ocean and alone in the damn woods in a cabin on a lake. That's where I go between.
Beach is mine, but I have a caveat. So you guys know that this past summer I took my kids to the beach. It was a miserable time, to which my wife and I both agreed that next time we're going alone, because we just don't have fun, like the fun that we're out to get on vacations when we're doing the parent thing. Right.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not vacation, that's work.
We love the beach. The time we got remarried and renewed our vows, it was all done on the beach. We got drunk and slept on the beach. We love the beach. Like the waves, the crashing, all of it. It's great.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be the beach for me. If I could retire and go to the beach and be a beach bum forever, I would. I'm really not happier than when I have a rum drink and my feet in the sand. So yeah, it's always going to be a beach.
It's a lake for me, if I had to pick. It's a quiet lake, not a busy one like Lake George. It's a tiny little lake with a cabin that no one will bother me at. And I have a kayak, and I can go sit out in the middle of the lake with my cup of coffee every morning. That's what I want.
I'm not swimming. I'm not fishing. No, I'm just sitting there.
Sitting. I want to sit. That's all I want to.
Sit and be still.
Delvin, what about you?
Also,
where you want to be?
Delvin,
it kind of depends. If I want to be left alone, I'm just fine in a hotel room, sleeping all day in a resort, not being bothered. That's cool with me.
Yeah.
Or if I kind of want to just the key to this vacation is me being by myself. That is the key element of this whole thing. Not being bothered, not being asked to do 1,001 things. Mm-hmm. But yeah, or I don't mind going to a place like New York and just walking around the city.
Dude,
tour things
there. I love New York City.
I don't. It's overwhelming to me. It makes me anxious. It's anxiety inducing for me.
There's not a better place in the world to be at 2 a.m. in the morning.
In bed. Cool. I want to be in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm glad you said that, because I've gone to New York City 3 times, twice with my wife, and I got to tell you, going with just us, going with a family sounds that's terrible.
It's exhausting.
Going with just us, where we can catch the subway and hit a comedy club and get steak at 1 a.m. and it is so good. It's just so lively. You can't really find that anywhere else.
You can find that in Vegas. I don't know what you're talking about.
Philly can
Vegas
be like
is
that at
way
1 a.m.
more
too, but
vacation-y, touristy though.
Yeah,
way more.
New York isn't.
So is Times Square. It depends on what part of New York City you are
Square
in.
Maybe, but when you're hitting Broadway and the Comedy Cellar and all of the landmarks, you get away from Times Square and do all that stuff, it's a little different. I think, at least.
I don't find.
I don't think so. I feel like it's always just fucking lit everywhere.
It's just it's so much of everything. Deb, do you have an answer for this? Do you have a place you want to be?
Mine is kind of a combination of all of yours, and it's a cruise. Because I can go sit in the hotel room, in the room, and sleep or drink or do whatever's in my heart's
How
content.
is the room? Is it like a closet? Every time I think of a cruise, I think of
it depends.
A bunk bed.
Whatever you want.
How much do you pay?
You can have a suite, a mini suite. You can have a room that's just there for sleep. You can have a balcony. So it's whatever you want.
Okay.
So yeah, I can have that solitude, alone time. Since it's a cruise, we're going to be going to many different places, so I can go, see the sights wherever we're at. So when we were in, where did we go? Punta Cana, we were in the Dominican Republic, so we saw stuff out there. So I love that type of stuff. So if I want to go out, I can, or I can do nothing and just sit on the deck and read a book and
I
just
feel
chill.
that.
Throw on some music, you know. And then there's, if you want to have that liveliness, there's a club that
What about
only
the
opens
pirates?
at like 11 o'clock.
What
I don't
about
give
the
a fuck
pirates?
about no pirates. Listen,
Every time I've
pirates,
ever,
look at me.
Devin and I have had this conversation. That's
I'm in
why
charge.
he's tried to get me to do this, and I want to, but every time I try to get my wife to think
She's
of a
worried
cruise,
about the pirates?
she thinks of pirates and people shitting in buckets, and I can't get over that hump. Like I can't
My
get
wife
her
is-
over
Think
that
about it.
hump. I'm like, how do we? I'm like,
my
you
wife
realize
is terrified of pirates. My wife.
there's
that's my whole
hundreds of
thing.
successful cruises every year. Like it's not every cruise.
I don't want to. I don't want to poop in a bucket, so I think
Right.
we're good. I'm
She's like,
out.
Yeah.
She's
My
out.
wife is the
I-
same way. She's terrified of pirates. I'm like, look here. Ain't no pirate taking over this big ass cruise ship, first of all. It's not
No,
happening.
that's
It's
not
just
how
not
that
happening.
works. There's not enough on board for them. I
No.
don't. I think I would.
Right? Do they
I
make
don't
movies
think
and shit
so.
about
Not-
They make
not
movies
like-
about it. Doesn't mean it's real.
Yeah, not like
not
actual
real.
like cruise liners. They're not
No,
taking
like-
over
Y'all know
cruise.
the
There's
people on
nothing
the cruise
here.
liner?
Yeah, like we're
I don't.
revolting.
I mean, I obviously have never been.
Oh,
there.
Why?
it's thousands of people. We're revolting. You're not
It's
taking
like
this
a
ship over.
giant ass island. You're not. It's an island worth of
Especially-
people.
If you're sailing out of New York and you get all those fucking New Jersey people, holy shit.
A bunch of Eddie Kingston.
Yes. I was on a cruise.
That's
I was on
true.
a 9-day cruise. We left out of New York and we had the entire cast of the Jersey Shore. I swear to God, they were so loud. It was so ridiculous.
Why you got it? What?
It was so absurd.
I'm upset. I'm.
The
2
Snooki's
weeks in a
running
row
through
I've
the
been
head
so
now.
upset
There's
you.
just everything. I feel bad for New
We
Jersey.
just blame the entire state of New Jersey for their fuck ups. Really?
I mean, hey,
That's what
I've
we're
been to
doing
New
here?
Jersey.
Hey,
Wasn't.
I'm
wasn't
just saying.
Well, I get everything from Florida.
Wasn't good.
I'm just saying.
I like
your words.
Florida.
They was wild.
I
Choose your
I do not
words.
like New Jersey.
They have
There
a
was
good
no
ass time.
pirates taking over that shit.
We've had this conversation. I told you I drove through New Jersey. It was literally the most miserable experience of my entire life.
Brick City.
So wait, you
It was awful. I'm sorry, Elaine, but it was awful. I can't lie to you.
drove through the state and
To
you
New York, to
made,
Newark.
and you made. Oh, of course
To
you
N-
hate New Jersey. Everyone
Of
hates
course.
Newark. Fuck
It's
Newark.
awful. It's so bad. And the
Don't-
drive there, and it cost me like $38 in quarters just to get there.
Nope.
It was
First-
awful. Oh, there's a toll. There's a toll. Like they have more tolls than gas stations. There's a toll like every 900 feet. There's a toll.
That's Texas.
I need
That
to
is
lay
Texas.
my ass
Jesus
down.
Christ.
I gotta go lay down.
It was the worst. It was literally the worst.
I can't believe you hate my entire state because you
I'm
drove
sorry,
to Newark.
Elaine.
People who live here hate Newark. We know it's bad. My dude.
I drove. I can only tell you what I experienced, and that's I said that I was telling my wife that and I was telling that story in Miami at our hotel, and there was somebody from New Jersey across the pool, and of course New Jerseyans had to let me hear it. Like this old lady was like,
I'm
"That's
from
not
Jersey,
the whole
yo."
state.
It's
I
not
live
the whole
over here."
state.
She's like, "I live over on the other side of the beach." I'm like, "It's not that big of a state."
We don't have whatever accent you just did. I need to
It was
go
bad.
lay.
It was.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel personally
I'm not.
attacked.
I'm not saying all of Jersey. I'm just talking about the Jersey Shore folk. That
No,
were
those
on
people
my
are
cruise.
most of those
Holy-
people. Those people are from New York. It's the truth of it.
No,
A lot of
they
them are
were
from New
Jersey.
York.
They were Jersey. Oh my! It was
Ride or die Jersey.
I've never
Like,
seen
like when
nothing
you
like it. It
meet
was
somebody
crazy.
from Jersey, like they're from Jersey.
Your ass better
know.
buy a cup when I.
Because
see
here's the
you at
thing: if you
whatever
don't know,
event.
they'll let you know.
Yeah, I thought you were from
They'll tell you.
Pennsylvania. I didn't know you was from Jersey. I'm just saying.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna schedule a therapy appointment for tomorrow. It's gonna be fine. Everything's
This is
gonna
how
be
you get
fine.
You're
kneecapped.
the best part of Jersey.
This is
Elaine
how
is
man.
the best thing that I've
This is
encountered
how
from Jersey.
this is how men try to fix it. But you're the best part of the bad thing.
You are the best part of Jersey. By
Jersey
far,
has
the
a good
best
thing.
thing that I've experienced from Jersey is you.
I would drive
Jersey.
through Newark to come see you, Elaine.
Yeah, I would too.
that?
Okay.
You better drive
do
fast
that.
though. Make sure you've got
Yeah.
gas.
Newark is not even that bad, my dude.
Probably head glide through Newark.
This is the part where I stop this podcast. This is the part where I need to go be like, I need my therapist. I felt personally attacked. They made fun of my whole state. I'm gonna cry. I'm not.
Is-
Gonna
Why do you,
Foot
why
stuff
do
from
you feel
Jersey?
so?
No, she's from
Thank
Pennsylvania.
God. See,
There it is.
there it is.
There it is.
You understand that I'm gonna have to have a conversation after this podcast where she goes, "See, I told you. You
See,
set me up for this shit.
Again, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
Don't take her side.
Justice
She's
for foot stuff.
laughing right over there.
I thought that was her on the floor.
She's like, see, we've got to move. We got to move.
No, she's coming here to hang out with me. Like, y'all.
Why do you do that to that poor girl?
She.
Oh my.
We need to. Does she have pepper spray?
For what?
I
For
tried.
what?
I tried so hard to do that streak.
For all the things that Red Man warned us about. That's for
Yeah. That is a good
Jersey's
point.
basically Gotham.
Gotham without Batman.
This is bullshit. First of all, I'm Batman. Second of all, what the fuck, guys? I don't know what to do. Just now I'm gonna have to hear from this one and you motherfucker.
Lay, you need to pull on your cow and go cruise those streets and beat the shit out of some people.
Somebody needs to. Dear God, somebody needs to.
New Jersey, not Gotham.
Two-Face running around just
Yes,
destroying
no, he
people.
lives in Newark. He got fucked up by the air. That's what happened to half his face. It's for New Jersey happened to him. I hate you guys. I hate it here.
I'm telling you, I'm from Cleveland. From Cleveland, work and made my bones in Atlanta. And I got on my
And you're
car in
talking
Newark
shit
and
about
was
New
like, oh, shit.
So now you know why you shouldn't fuck with me. That's what we've learned from this.
Oh, I've known that. We've
already
Oh,
did
yeah.
that.
That's
It's not new.
I mean, we wouldn't be saying this to your face. We're only doing it because we're on the internet.
right. You better
100%.
wear a cup if you're going to
When
say
we
that shit
meet
to my
at the
face.
house party, we're going to
You
be in
better.
like those bubbles.
Sumo suits, my dude. We'll just.
Between your New Jersey and his Florida, I don't know what to expect.
I know Florida's scary to me, and I live in New Jersey, so that's what I'm gonna say. Apparently, whatever scares me is way bad. Yep, great. Thanks, Sean. Look, Canada. All right. Sean says everyone knows Gotham was inspired by New Jersey. It's common knowledge. He says this from up there in Mooseland. I'm not.
Yes.
No, we're not doing this.
So Jersey is Gotham, and then like New York is wherever
what?
the hell Superman is.
Yeah, wherever the hell that fucking.
Metropolis.
But there it is.
Metropolis.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
God, I hate him.
I hate it here. This fucking podcast. All right, we're done
That's what
now.
I said when I got
This
to New
is-
Jersey.
Oh, he's in rare form tonight.
You know what? I'll see myself out.
This is the worst podcast on the whole internet.
Oh my God!
Where did he go? Donnie, we have to end this show. We're going to end this show. We're not doing any more questions. We're done now.
I definitely wanted to end the show, and I wanted to take a moment. I completely forgot about this, but I want to shout out Irish Joe 13 over an Apple Podcast. I've never done this. I know other people do. It's not a thing for me, but Irish Joe understood the assignment. Review titled, I hate this podcast. LOL.
There you go.
This podcast is awesome. My favorite Mr. Delvin Cox is the GOAT. Laugh out loud.
Okay, that was good.
I love the caps of this podcast. It's just a group of people having fun while talking about video games sometimes. I highly recommend.
Yes.
Once in a while, a video game will come up.
Yeah,
now and
sometimes
again.
when we're not shitting on all of New Jersey, that's fine. That's
New
where
Jersey
are my
does that on
Jersey
its own.
people?
Yeah, they don't need us doing it.
I'm gonna read
Yeah.
these Patreon producers and I'm gonna get to you. Hold on a second. All right. So thank you to all of our Patreon supporters at the on-air producer level: Michael Masick, Edwin Calo, Stephen Keller, Nick Creature, Paul Callicoat, Kyle Haiman, Devin Tyus, Josh Borbone, RJ Kern, HorseGirl69,
Nice.
Zach Adams, Joe Wilson, Michael Taylor, and Trucker Sloth. Thank you for supporting this nonsense. If any of you are from New Jersey, please help me. Please. Because
Help
I
New
can't.
Jersey. Don't help her. Just
Yeah,
help
like,
Jersey.
help your
I'm gonna
fellow
come
man.
out. I'm gonna get my ass on a plane and come
something
out there and
good.
fight you. All right, I'm
To
gonna
be
make a
GTA
list.
6 New Jersey.
Delvin's the only one not starting shit because he's the only smart one of the three of y'all.
Yeah,
you know that, right?
I value my life.
He just doesn't want the light to turn back to Florida.
That is
That's
also
what it
true.
is.
I already know Florida's a piece of shit.
But he knows Florida's messed up. Like he's.
At least he owns it.
Yeah.
I literally took a picture of a Pikachu on the corner like they were selling crack this week and
I
posted
feel
on
like
Twitter.
I feel like I
Florida
need to
people.
ask.
Corner, baby. Stop selling that crack.
The after party is going to be GTA 3 here in about 35 minutes.
That's right.
Yeah,
We're
buddy.
that's why this podcast is ending, so these chuckleheads can go put their video games on, and I can go cry in a corner about how they've
She's got
insulted
to
my state, and
set
then
her
plot.
house alarm in her purge doors.
Yeah.
I gotta go put nails in this baseball bat, so we got
Dude,
a show.
the
Right?
Six.
That makes good
New
sense.
Jersey.
Until next time, y'all, play some video games. Okay? Please. Thank you.